Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Tennessee Titans. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw on the first play, McCarthy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit, 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week 1, but the results are pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing is McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he's brought down at the 16. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. looking to put a drive together.
18, come 6, 79, Brock. Warriors 70. Trap 60, trap 60. Let's go.
Here's Ward. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Here's a diving catch right side. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Here's McCarthy. He lets one go deep for Addison. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Titans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first.
Touchdown, Titans! A great play there. 78 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he wisely will throw that one away. You talk about this Titan defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's the conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Looking to throw McCarthy. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
But it's certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
19 tight. Warriors 70.
Now Ward. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Ready.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Go! Viking 18. Check, smash, check. Mustang 19. Come 19, Cub 19, 7 Pirates, Dragon 60. Go.
To throw, here's Ward. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now, Ward. That's into the hands of Eilmanor. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
70 Timberwolves, 60 Mavs, trap 60, trap 60.
Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Dime look defensively here for the Titans on 3rd. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. McCarthy going to throw again. Incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air with McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To the air again, McCarthy. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
So that flag will set him back 5 yards.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go. Next. Ready.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Throwing is Ward. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they get the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Now they'll change things up. On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
ETN once more. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
And incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 29-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They'll start on the ground with Irvin.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. To throw is Ward.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
I would say just add that one to the total of big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
65 catch. Panther 11. Ready.
Ward. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Chimere Dike from 4 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, McCarthy.
He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this 1st half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a 1st down.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Etienne up the middle.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. 2nd and 9 now. Pass complete to Addison.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Like any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing is McCarthy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And they'll run with ETN. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Now McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
3rd and goal, McCarthy. Screen play, here's ETN. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll audible to something else.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Here's Ward. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
19-18. 19-18. Warriors 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Dragon 60. Ready.
Back to throw. Moore. Open man down the field. That's Eilmaner. A gain of 32 that time.
This might funny writing it down in my notes. I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Mustang 19. 18, Rattler. 18, Rattler. Go.
They'll look to throw again. Now he'll take this and run. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Ready, set.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go now. Cougar 19, Lions. Ready,
Ward again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Panther 60. 18, Pioneer. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
To throw, here's Ward. He'll try and do this himself. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the Rapids.
I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Will Record on for the Vikings field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, they've got the... And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans.
Bucky Irving, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Here's McCarthy. He'll drop this one off with ETN.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man, that's Felton.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on second down. Looking to throw. McCarthy.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short.
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. That is caught.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Vikings take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. 24, Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Rig alert! Rig alert! Ready, ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
79 Broncos.
Now Ward. Over the middle, he has a throw. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's good for a Titans first down.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he'll go down at the 28. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Let's go. 19 tight. Panther 60. Panther. Mustang 19. Cup 19. Cup.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
He's got the open man. It's Heilmanner. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Ready.
A run up the middle with Irving. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ready. 70 Lions. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70. Check. Smash. Check. Panther 11. Panther 11. Let's go.
Throwing now, Ward. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Viking 18. Trap 60. Trap 60. Buffalo 18. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready, ready.
Throwing is Ward. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And his kick here is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Derek Hall in there that time to get into the turf. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start putting even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. Check. 70 Lions. Check. 19 tight. 19 tight. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Ward. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. To the air with McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. From the gun on 3rd down. McCarthy. He's going to give that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
McCarthy going to throw again. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And the Vikings first down. First and goal.
Harris is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal. Etienne is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run with Harris. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Ready? 19 right.
Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from kneel down time. So again, work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Cowboy 80. Ready.
To throw is Ward. That's into the hands of Iomanner. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for the Titans. First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
Dragon 6, 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60. Rig, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Ready? 70 Lions. Check smash, check smash.
Straight ahead, it's Irvin.
And nowhere really to go there. They'll take this up just shy of midfield. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
This is 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Warriors 70. Hurt. Go street. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Ward. That is intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down to that before he reaches the 34.
35 yards. And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 34.
Back to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
He'll look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going left side, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Titans first down, and that should just about do it.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off. But they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Titans, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.